Hello everyone, welcome to Students Point. This is 12th of May and today we have to see 9 most important questions. Each question has the highest probability of being asked in any government examinations. And out of these 9 questions, today we have to see questions related to state with the highest birth rate, state with the highest death rate, state with the highest infant mortality rate and many other facts. So be attentive, be focused till the end. Let's begin. First, here is a question for the day. You have to answer this question in the comment section. So the question is, the National Technology Day is celebrated on which day? These are the list of options. Read the options carefully and then answer in the comment section. And to get PDF of all these videos, you have to join me on Telegram by writing Students Point 2020 without space. Just write Students Point 2020 in small letters and without any space. Let's begin now. The first question. Recently, Pran Vayu program has been launched by. So this Pran Vayu program has been launched by Bengaluru City Corporation. So here B is the right answer. And it will create awareness on the need to self-examine the respiratory health for people living in Bangalore. Why so? Because respiratory issues are the main symptoms of patients suffering from COVID-19. Next question now. Indian Railways Institute for Mechanical and Electrical Engineering, IRIMEE in short, is located in. So this is located in Jamalpur. This Jamalpur lies in Munger district of state of Bihar. And this institute is one of the 6 centralized training institute of Indian Railways and it functions for training of railway officers. This institute was established in the year of 1888 and it was in news because recently Ministry of Railways has clarified that it has no plans to shift this institute from Jamalpur to Lucknow because there were news that this institute is going to be shifted to Lucknow, but that was a rumor only. And last day we have organized a weekly test on this channel. Many of you have scored very high and many of you still needs improvement, while those who have not taken the test yet must take that test. I will share that video link at the end of the screen of this video. So after watching this video, tap on that video and watch that test and score yourself whatever score you are getting. We have taken 32 questions there of the whole week from 4th of May till 10th of May. So that will check you that what is your preparation for current affairs. Let's see the next question now. Which state has the highest birth rate in India? That is in year 2018, which is the latest data released. So it is the state of Bihar. Bihar has the highest birth rate in the country. Recently, sample registration survey bulletin based on data collected for year 2018 has been released. And this sample registration system, we get to know many facts, in which we get to know that Bihar has a birth rate at 26.2. What is birth rate? See, birth rate is the number of people born out of 1000 population. So out of 1000, 26.2 people born in Bihar, which is the highest in the country, while Andaman and Nicobar Islands is at the bottom with a birth rate of 11.2%. Now you might be wondering, sir, how come point person can born? It is the average calculated for the entire state or entire union territory. So it is highest in Bihar while it is the lowest in Andaman and Nicobar, that is 11.2%. While the national birth rate in 2018 stood at 20 per 1000 of the population. So Bihar has the high birth rate than national average, that is 20. And at an all India level, the birth rate is higher in rural areas. In rural areas, the birth rate at present or in 2018 data was 21.6, while in urban areas it was 16.7. Remember, each data here is very important. For India it is 20, for Bihar it is 26.2, for Andaman and Nicobar it is 11.2, and for rural areas it is 21.6, for urban it is 16.6. The next question now, what is this sample registration system? See, it is a demographic survey for providing reliable annual estimates of infant mortality rate, birth rate, death rate and other fertility and mortality indicators at the national as well as sub-national levels. This statement is correct. So at the sub-national level, that is at the level of state and union territories. Now the question arises, what is infant mortality rate? See, infant mortality rate is the death of children below the 1 year of age per 1000. See, here the age is 1 year, while there is also a concept called as child mortality rate. In child mortality rate, the mortality of children below the age of 5 years per 1000 is noticed. So I hope you mark the difference between IMR and CMR. In CMR, we see the mortality or death of children below the age of 5 years, while in IMR, we see the death of children below the age of 1 year. And what is birth rate? We have seen that number of birth of people per 1000 population, while death rate, number of death of people per 1000 population. Second statement, it is released by Registrar General of India. This is also correct. This sample registration system is released by Registrar General of India. We will get to know about Registrar General of India ahead, but here both of these statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And this system was initiated on a pilot basis by RGI in a few states on pilot basis in 1964 to 65, but in 69 to 70 it became fully operational, and thereon RGI is continuously releasing this survey. Next question now, which state has the highest death rate in India based on 2018 data? So it is Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh has the highest death rate in the country, and Chhattisgarh has the death rate of 8 person per 1000 people, while Delhi has the lowest death rate in the country, which is just 3.3% per 1000 population. It shows a better and advanced healthcare system in Delhi. And the national death rate in 2018 was 6.2% per 1000 population. So Chhattisgarh has higher death rate than national average. National average is 6.2% or 6.2 per 1000, while Chhattisgarh has 8 and Delhi has 3.3 per 1000. The next question, which was the previous day question, Lipu Lake Pass provides connectivity between Uttarakhand and Tibet. Next question now, which state has the highest infant mortality rate? So it is the state of MP. Madhya Pradesh has the highest infant mortality rate. We have already seen what is IMR, and MP has the highest IMR of 48. Remember the data, very important. MP has the infant mortality rate of 48, and Nagaland has the lowest infant mortality rate, that is only 4 children below the age of 1 die per 1000 live births. Remember, in Nagaland only 4 children die below the age of 1 year per 1000 live births, while in MP it is 48. And IMR or infant mortality rate at all India level has been reduced to 32, while earlier it was 50, but now it has been reduced to 32. It again shows the increased awareness and increased health system in the country. The next question about RGI. Consider the following statements about Registrar General of India. See, RGI was founded in the year of 1961. If you remember, we have seen non-alignment movement. Non-alignment movement was also founded in the very same year 1961, and this RGI is also founded in 1961 by the Government of India under the Ministry of Home Affairs. This statement is correct. So RGI works under Ministry of Home Affairs, and RGI conducts and analyzes the results of demographic surveys of India, including Census of India and Linguistic Survey of India. So they may ask you that Census of India is conducted by which agency? So it is Registrar General of India. So here, since again both of the statements are correct, so C is the right answer. The next question now, Nakula Pass is located in, so this Nakula Pass is located in Sikkim. So here A is the right answer. And this pass is located at a height of 5000 meters above the mean sea level. This pass is located ahead of Muguthang or Cho Lamu, which is the source of river Tista. And Nathula Pass and Jalepla Pass are other passes which are located in the state of Sikkim. Remember, 3 passes: Nathula Pass, Jalepla Pass, and then this Nakula Pass. So 3 passes located in Sikkim, you have to remember. And recently, Indian and Chinese troops engaged in temporary and short duration face-off along the LAC, and that is why this Nakula Pass was in news. And they also engaged in confrontation at Pangong So Lake. We will see what is Pangong So Lake. But here now the question arises, sir, what is line of actual control? See, there are two terminologies which you need to be aware of. The first one is line of control and the second one is line of actual control. So line of control is the border between India and Pakistan. Line of control here is the border which is mutually agreed by both Pakistan and India. So this is the basic difference between LOC and LAC, that LOC is the border which is mutually agreed by both Pakistan and India, that till the time of any future course of action, this border will be agreed and will be followed by both of these countries. But this is not the case in line of actual control. It only signifies the area which comes under control of two countries. So whatever area which is controlled by India and the area which is controlled by China, and the border which marks these two areas is called as line of actual control. But this line of actual control is not mutually agreed by China or India. So the border is not demarcated fully or partially, it is demarcated only partially. But why this happened? Why this LAC or line of actual control was not agreed by India and China? Because when the Indo-Chinese war happened, China unilaterally declared ceasefire. So both of these countries were not able to regain its control over the area lost. Particularly India lost many of its part of Arunachal Pradesh to China, which India was not able to control because China unilaterally declared ceasefire. So that is how LAC and LOC differs. And that is why we see several conflicts on LAC. For instance, in 2017, we have seen Doklam standoff. In Doklam standoff, both Indian and Chinese troops confronted each other, and this Doklam or Donglang, which is called in Chinese, is located at the tri-junction between India, Bhutan and China. And now again we have seen this confrontation. And Pangong Lake. See, this Pangong Lake is located in the newly created Union Territory of Ladakh. This Union Territory of Ladakh was created after the abrogation of Article 370, whereby two Union Territories were created. The first one was Jammu and Kashmir and the second one was Ladakh. And this Pangong So Lake is the world's highest saltwater lake. The next question now. Consider the following statements about Feluda test. See, this Feluda test is a paper strip test that detects coronavirus in just an hour. This statement is correct. It is a paper strip test and it is the first such indigenous test kit to be developed in India based on CRISPR technology. This statement is also correct. Now the question must arise here, sir, what is CRISPR technology? This CRISPR technology is a gene editing technology. This CRISPR technology uses a Cas9. A Cas9 is a protein. This protein is used to cut and paste these genes. So CRISPR9, you have to basically understand that it is a gene editing tool, and this gene editing tool will be used in this Feluda test. Since here both of the statements are correct, so C is the right answer. And this Feluda test has been developed by CSIR, Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology. What is CRISPR stands for? Here CRISPR stands for clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. I repeat, clustered, regularly interspaced, short palindromic repeats. And this Feluda is a short term for FNCAS9, editor linked uniform detection. This Feluda test will cost only rupees 500 compared to the 4500 for the RT-PCR test for COVID-19. So I hope you find the video useful. Share these videos with your friends. Like the video if you find it useful. Answer the question in the comment section. Wait for the upcoming video. Take this weekly test. And until then, stay at your home. Stay safe. Thanks a lot.